Hello friends, welcome to my channel Physics Idea. Today I will discuss vertical motion under gravity, class 11. Acceleration due to gravity. When an object is released from a certain height above the earth's surface, it moves with vertically downwards acceleration. Again, when an object is thrown vertically upward from the ground, it moves up with a deceleration. An upward deceleration is equivalent to a downward acceleration. Actually, the acceleration is always downward and its magnitude is the same for both downward and upward motion are v equals to u plus at, h equals to ut plus half of gt square, and v square equals to u square plus 2gh. Here initial velocity is u, initial velocity is u, velocity after time t is v, vertically displacement in time t is h, and acceleration is a. This acceleration a is called the acceleration due to gravity or free fall acceleration and is represented by the letter g. The direction of g is always vertically downward. If the downward direction is taken as positive, that means a equals to g. Then we get the following equation of motion. V equals to u plus gt, h equals to ut plus half of gt square, and v square equals to u square plus 2gh. If the downward direction is taken as positive, that means a equals to minus g. Then we get the following equation: v equals to u minus gt, h equals to ut minus half of gt square, and v square equals to u square minus 2gh. Maximum height attained. When a body is thrown vertically upward with a velocity u is momentarily comes to rest on attaining the maximum height and the again starts falling vertically downwards. At maximum height h, the velocity of the body v equals to 0. Then 0 equals to v square minus 2gh from equation 9, or h equals to u square by 2g. Time to reach the maximum height. Let the time required to reach the maximum height be t. 0 equals to u minus gt from equation 7, or t equals to u by z. Time taken to fall from the maximum height. If t1 is the time taken by the body to fall from the maximum height to the initial position, then using equation 5, h equals to half of gt1 square, as at maximum height u equals to 0. As at maximum height u equals to 0, t1 square equals to 2hg, 2hg u square 2g equals to u square by g square, or t1 equals to u by g. At the time to reach the maximum height is equal to the time is returned to the starting point. Time of flight, it is the total time required for upward and downward motion. T prime equals to t plus t1 ug plus u by g u by g plus u by g, 2u by g. Time taken to reach a certain height. Let the object reach a height h at the time t. The initial upward velocity u, h equals to ut minus half of gt square, or half of gt square minus ut plus h equals to 0. Then t equals to ug plus minus root over of u square minus 2gh by g. From this equation, two different values of t are obtained. This is because the object crosses the point at a height h twice, first during the upward motion and then during the downward motion. Velocity at any height. From the equation v square equals to u square minus 2gh, we get v equals to plus minus root over of u square minus 2gh. Positive sign is applicable for upward motion and negative sign is applicable for downward motion. So an object crosses any point with the same magnitude of velocity in its upwards and downwards motion. Velocity of projection and velocity of return. Let u equals to velocity of projection, v equals to velocity of return, and total time of flight equals to t prime. From equation 7 we can write v equals to u minus gt prime equals to u minus g t prime. We know t prime equals to 2u by g equals to minus u. Hence the upward velocity of projection is equal in the magnitude to the downward velocity with which an object hits the ground. Next day I will discuss vector. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.